Worth 1,000 words. What we see creates memory.
Well, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then I've read an essay on Mr. Geringer's desk and 2 books in the last stall of the restroom.
Okay. So, bear with me for a second. Let me see if I can explain.
But that picture's only worth 1 word.
Let's start with a simple example, the word dog. The word dog gives a reader or listener a select amount of information. There's an image within our head created, and yet even this image within our head is technically not a dog, but instead an association constructed by us of what we know a dog to be. The word dog does, however, provide more information than the word animal and differentiates from, say, a cat, an alligator, or an orangutan.
I like the word orangutan. It sounds kind of like a fruit drink. Didn't the astronauts drink orangutan?
Let's continue with this idea. Rather than dog, I could use wiener dog or dachshund. Still, all of these are related, and yet each one provides the reader or listener with unique and differing amounts of information. In the same way, we have to recognize what a drawing or an image of a dog is related to the word dog. We can add more detail to this image, and yet it is still a dog. Or in this case, a specific dog. We agree that they are all related to the word dog.
But what about sound images and signifier and signified?
Slow down there, Sasher. Maybe you can look that up for some extra credit. This concept is called the ladder of abstraction. Scott McCloud presents the following image to help demonstrate this idea. Notice that reality may be extracted toward the picture plane and language.
So, what does this all mean? And what does it have to do with graphic novels or sequential art?
Let's start with this from my art portfolio. Notice the elegant, dainty figure and delicate touch of the artist?
You sure Mr. Gaskell didn't draw that?
No, he's not that good. What we have could be a stick man, woman, boy, or girl. The image is left ambiguous, yet is without a doubt a person and could not be mistaken for a dog. The next image provides more detail. We know that the character is a boy or a young man. Again, notice the image leaves some ambiguity to the subject. Is the character 15, 22, or 35? Without any context, the reader is left guessing.
So what's the next step on the ladder? Are we climbing up or down?
Well, let's move to the next step. On the next step, we see a boy which appears to be in high school. The detail adds information to the story.
Sweet Letterman's jacket.
Detail or realism does not make a story or illustration good or bad. The detail simply draws our attention towards or away from different details. Take, for example, this comic. Why did the illustrator depict the man as a stick figure? On the other side of the spectrum, we have realism. Take a look at these 2 images. These images portray unique individuals in a realistic manner. Another example is the super ladder of abstraction. The artist's depiction of Superman draws our attention to different details.
Especially that sweet MacGyver mullet in the middle.
One of the reasons comic strips such as Peanuts work is because the characters could be anyone. We easily associate Charlie Brown,
or Pigpen in your case,
with ourselves or others we know. Anyone could be Charlie Brown.
or Pigpen.
Notice in these next images the difference in detail. How do these images differ in regards to the ladder of abstraction? Notice the lifelike qualities in this image. What effect does the realistic villain have on the reader? Remember, realism of the artwork does not make it good or bad. It just makes it different. Many of our favorite illustrations and cartoons work because the characters are not realistic, but instead abstracted towards the picture plane in which they become shapes and lines.
Ah, you killed South Park!
This realistic depiction of the characters, who we insult and call,
Big boned!
yeah, big boned, is no longer funny.
Oh yeah, it's still funny.
Okay, maybe a little, but try laughing at Kenny getting killed now. Not nearly as funny. Realistic is not always better.
That kind of looks like my cousin Kenny.